strings. Okay, so here I have another version of the Kanile'a super tenor. So, and again, it has the same wider lower bout. This is a 17-inch scale length, so normal size for a tenor. This one, as you can notice, has 5 strings, in which the first string on the G string is the standard high G string. And then right below it, you have that wound metal string to get that low G sound. So you have that G string doubled up, and then the normal C, E, A on the bottom 3 strings. Now, what kind of following along the lines of what Kanile'a was mentioning earlier, it's very unique to have a 5-string in this orientation, because what's really cool is that you can play it both as a high or a low G. And for me, the way I would kind of approach that is that rather than trying to fully dig in, like say I have a nail, so I can go ahead and use my nail at this angle, and I can pluck it both together so you get that kind of that octave sound. But if you're more like flat and say you use your flesh and you do finger style like this, if you're really careful, you don't pluck too hard, you can get away with kind of just hitting that high part or the high G string, and you might hear a little bit of the low G, but you can almost kind of like, again, I hit it a little bit because it's, you know, really impossible to control that much, but it almost still gives off like, oh, it's a high G, but there's like a little low frequency in there, versus if I really try to, this is me trying to dig into it so I can hit both the low G and the high G. But so it's interesting because you can play this as both a high G and a low G, or you can take full advantage of it and play it, you know, with the octave, depending on how you're attacking technique-wise that top string. So if you want to play low G, you know, again, you can just dig into it like this. But if I try to be a little more careful, I can go ahead and go. I'm gonna so that I can go ahead and activate it like that. Of course, if you're strumming, you can go ahead and take full advantage of the 5 strings. Yeah, so let's go ahead and give it a sound sample, and I'll try weave in and out of trying to utilize just trying to hit the high G and then also digging into it so I can get both that kind of octave sound. So here we go. we go.